Well, I hope everybody's doing as well as can be, under the circumstances. Anyhow, we got a lot of wars, rumors of wars and such going on. I remember stories when I was a little kid growing up of it would have been my mom's mother and her mother and yeah, then her great grandmother also. During the war, World War II, my grandfather served in, and a lot of other great men too. Served in that war, and they'd pray. All of them would sit there and pray. Bring them back home safe to end this war. And then, they'd let the girls, and, my mom and her brother pray about, bringing their daddy home safe to them and such. That was a different time. It was a godly time. Morals and values were different than they are today. They keep moving the goalpost further and further away from God, just like they take the goalpost from your Constitution and Bill of Rights and such further away by not teaching it, not explaining it, just like with the Bible. So you become more ungodly, and your nation is lost because of things like that. So, with that being said, we have all this satanic stuff going on in the world. You have China wanting to go and invade Taiwan because they say, that's part of us. We want Taiwan. Taiwan's going, no, we don't want to be annexed back in. Yeah, sure, one time, yeah, sure. We might have been part of your country, but we don't want to do it anymore. We want to be on our own. So he's an aggressor. That'd be no different than Russia saying to the United States, hey, we want Alaska back. It used to be part of us. We want it back, and we're going to attack you for it. And go to war over that. Just like Israel and such. They don't have a right to live. Really. Every man in this world, woman, child, doesn't matter, they have a right to live. They have a right to survive. They have all kinds of rights. I remember my grandfather, you wouldn't know he was in the war. He didn't talk about it. Till he had a few under his belt, at about 2 in the morning. And then he'd talk about it. Not in great depth, but he'd talk about it a little. And his friends, and a lot of times they just get quiet and kind of shake their head. And I remember I don't know, I was probably, 10, 12 maybe. And I remember them sitting there talking, and this is when thanking you for your service and stuff. And then they heard that, and they were like, they just stopped, like in disbelief. And they were like, what the hell, They started talking about it, and they were angry. They're like, we didn't do this to be thanked. We did it for our fellow, our brothers, our sisters, our families. And then they want to come and thank us for killing other human beings. They want to thank us for killing people. I mean, they were appalled by it. They said they want to remind me, bring back these memories that I've tried to get rid of and suppress my whole life. And they want to thank me. Do you see how far we've come from the Bible? It's not even on the page anymore. That's like the Constitution. See how far we've come? It's like just about not on the page anymore. And pretty soon it won't be. But yeah, they didn't find any humor in that at all. Just the opposite. It disgusted them. Do we go around thanking abortion doctors? I mean, look what China did. One child policy. They were killing little girls because they wanted to have boys to carry the name on. Really? What the hell? Who'd do that? Do we thank doctors, veterinarians and stuff for killing dogs and cats and puppies and kittens and all that stuff because, well, they have to be euthanized? There's too many. They've been sitting in a shelter too long. Do we thank them? Do we thank them for their service? The CIA started this. This is how you got to get around all the crazies out there. They invented the phrase conspiracy theory. So, well, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're crazy. So they could just laugh at you, push you off, and of course, as everyone's seen, not so crazy, are they? But yeah, pretty interesting, isn't it? We glorify running around killing our fellow man. There ain't a person right now in this country, a soul in this country, that would not defend it if it was being attacked right now. There ain't a soul out there that wouldn't do it. Why? Because of your family, your loved ones, your friends. You'd band together and you'd go take it to them. And not for accolades. George Washington, nope. He didn't want the job, but he took it. Satan runs rampant. And he's a trickster and a deceiver and he's a liar. He's lawless. Yeah, there's times you have to defend yourself. But goes against everything you're taught. And men like my grandfather, they were taught not to do that. They were taught it was wrong. What are we teaching people today? Oh, that's great. Go out and kill somebody. Here, watch this video game. Watch this crap garbage on TV. Listen to these stupid ass not videos. Well, I guess they are videos, music videos, and the music lyrics and all that stuff. You know, I remember years ago they had a song out, "Cop Killer." It's like, what the hell? Why are you just gonna go and do that? That's so ludicrous, stupid. It's unbelievable. Why would you do that to anybody? I mean, everybody in the country, when some lunatic, some Satan piece of crap walks into a school and starts opening fire on some little innocent children, beautiful little kids, the whole country is just like sickened by it. And I don't blame them. I mean, you should be sickened by it. And then they wanted to ban guns, which is not the gun's fault. It's the sick individual. Because we're creating sick individuals by the crap they see on this and on their phones and what they hear on the damn radio and what you're playing on the TV. You don't think that's done by design? Satan knows exactly what he's doing, people. We need to pray more now than ever. We need to pray hard. Yeah, this thing doesn't hardly want to stay lit. I don't know what its problem is. It seemed like it was doing all right. Yeah, I left my blowtorch over there. We'll see if this thing works. I bet it don't. It's too cold. But we'll find out. Oh yeah, we're not gonna sit here for. I'm not gonna sit here for 20 minutes wasting your time so you can watch that horse shit again. No, not this time. Maybe I'll go find a couple flint rocks and spark them together, huh? But I figured I'd get on here because people, we gotta pray to God. Everything's on God's time frame. Everything is on God's time frame, not ours. Man wants to sit here and push and push and push and push his agenda and wonders why things don't work out for him. Instead of pray to God, when God says, you're ready, I prepared you for this, opens the door, and you can walk through. Some people wonder why this and why that. Well, maybe we're not ready. You're not ready. I'm not ready. Yeah, we have some good people in Congress. We do. Got a lot of bad ones, too. I remember, I don't remember the man's name. He's sitting there in Congress. People don't believe me. You could find it on YouTube. I don't remember it, but he's a black feller with had white hair. And he said, I thought he was joking. I thought, that can't be. I thought there was a punchline or something here coming, but there wasn't. It makes me chuckle every time he's like, I just can't believe he said it. And he believed it. If too many people get on one side of an island, it'll tip over. I'm like, I was waiting for a punchline. I'm like, didn't come. I was like, seriously, you actually believe that? And you're in Congress? And you're voting on legislation? Oh my God. It's like, that's sad. I mean, I'm no genius, but man, I think a little better. I don't know. But there's a lot of people like that. You know, in the Bible it says you work or you don't eat. But there's exceptions to that. You know, if you're crippled and you're sick and you're elderly and old, you take care of those people. You take care of them. You feed them. You care for them. You give them everything they need. Make their life as best you can. And you don't complain, and they're not a burden. You know, people wonder why they have problems in life. A lot of them because they have too much time on their hands. And they're selfish. I remember a little, it's interesting, and you'll know exactly, and you'll go, lady was having problems, you know, all this anxiety, and, I didn't know what to do here, didn't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. She talks to her pastor at the church, and he says, well, I'll tell you what. He says, you got this time on your hands, and I says, could you help me a little bit? I said, I could use the help. Well, I don't know, it depends what it is. You know, okay, well, if you go visit so-and-so, you know, they're shut in, then they can't get out, they can't get to church, but if you could go over there and check on them, help them, and stuff, and take, you know, some of this and that with you. Oh, I can do that. Okay, I appreciate that. So she starts helping him do things like that. And she helps a few more people and a few more people. Oh, and a couple months later, he sees her and he asks her, how's things going for you? Pretty good. She says, oh, I'm so good, great, good. I'm so busy helping. You know, I'm doing good. Do you see what he did? He kept her busy helping other people, so she's sitting there, not sitting there feeling sorry for herself, thinking about her own imaginary or real problems. I don't know. But she's out there helping other people, not being selfish. And she forgot all about her problems. Kind of funny how that works, isn't it? Well, I don't know. I could probably go on and on about things. But I can't stress people enough how we need to pray. Pray for our leaders, that God comes into their heart. Pray. Pray for yourself and your own soul and your own peace. Because this takes a toll on everyone. It's the fool that's running around out there going, oh, man, ain't no problem, man. Let's have another beer. Let's have another joint. Let's have another this. Let's have another. It's a fucking party. He's a fool. You have to be mindful of what's going on. You have to be mindful of your surroundings. You don't have to sit there and be afraid, because God's people are not afraid. They're not cowards. But you have to be able to stand back, look around, and going, we need to pray about this. We need to pray for this person. We need to pray. We need to ask God for His divine intervention. Because we can't do it by ourselves. It's God. God wants you to ask Him. God gave you free will, but God wants you to ask Him. And that's part of the problem in this country. A bunch of heathens running around. Just running around. It's a party. Well, that's what the devil wants. He don't want you paying attention to what's going on out here. He don't want you to ask for the most powerful. That's right, the most powerful to intervene. He doesn't want to be cast out in Jesus Christ's name. And enough of you do this, I can't tell you what'll happen. But it can't be bad. So anyhow, man, when it gets cold like this, my eyes just want to water. It gets cold. It just unbelievable. I don't know. What is it out here? Oh, I think we're having a heat wave. It's 35. It's warmed up since I've been out here. So, got a temperature thing on the wall there. Got a monitors and cameras and all that crap thing up there, so I can watch everything going on out there in the world. So, people think they're going to sneak up. It's all recorded. And those are the ones you know about. So anyhow, I wish all you the best. I really do. I just hope that God finds it fitting to let His grace flow out on us. He knows we don't deserve it. I know I don't deserve it. But it's for His love that He does this for us. We're all His children. And then we run around killing each other. Then we run around robbing each other. Treating each other like garbage. Like vermin. Thanking each other for killing people. I mean, these people, they think oh, you're terrible. You're not thanking another man for killing another man. Or, oh, I'll go to war to kill him. You got to have a strong military, folks. Just like the police. But they have to be moral. Like I said, this country is invaded. Every soul in this country would stand up. Men, women, a lot of children. They'd do it to protect their fellow man, their loved ones. Not because you want to go kill somebody, because that ain't it. It should go against every fiber in your body. I mean, when they have these riots out here in these streets and they're burning things and breaking things, it's just like, that's what's coming. That's what's coming to a city near you. Anarchy like that. The devil running rampant, destroying, burning, killing, maiming, doing whatever. And God could end it all like that if He wanted to. Poof, gone. Because He is almighty. So we need to pray for our leaders. Even that X or P or whatever they call him over there in China, and this little fat little guy in I shouldn't say these derogatory things, but over there in North Korea and stuff, Putin's another story. Putin, he's against the World Economic Forum. He doesn't, as far as I remember, he doesn't have any Federal Reserve banks in his country. He's for his people. The reason this Ukraine thing started was NATO wanted to put missiles and defense systems along the border all the way down Ukraine, right on their border. And this wasn't just something that happened yesterday. This has been going on for quite a few years. And he's been telling NATO, don't. We don't want it there. We don't want it there. We don't want it. Kennedy told Khrushchev or whatever, I think that's who his name was, hey, get those missiles out of Cuba. We don't want them right there 90 miles away from us. Get them out of here. And he was willing to go to war over it. Thank God it didn't happen and Khrushchev backed off. But NATO wouldn't back off. Us wouldn't back off. When I say us, it's U.S. wouldn't back off. So he said he did what he had to do. That's why he didn't go in full force. He wanted to go in as easy as he could, keep everything to a minimal, so he could reunite, pull back, whatever. But they kept dumping more money. I guess, I don't know if it's true, you can't believe half the stuff you hear anymore. Because, they always talked about how it was going to be Russia and China and maybe, that little North Korean guy, is going to cyber attack us and this and that. Well, when we were having problems with these water refinery plants and stuff like that, oh, you know who did that? Oh, that's right. Iran. Iran did that. Yeah. Why? Oh, that's right, because we want to go pick a fight with Iran and blow the hell out of them, too. We want to go blow the hell out of Iran. So they make us some cockamamie bullshit. I don't believe it one bit, but that's what they say. Yeah. So yeah, it's always interesting. That's why you just can't believe what they tell you. So anyhow, you need to pray for these leaders around the world too. And for their people over there that are, even Hamas, as evil as they are, God can enter their hearts too. They might not even realize it or know what happened. Evil has to have a vessel to be evil. It has to enter. You have to allow it in. You can cast it out in Jesus Christ's name. You can cast it out of your home in Jesus Christ's name. You can cast it away from you, your family, in Jesus Christ's name. Good needs a vessel also. But you were born with it in you. You have to allow it to flourish and welcome it and help it grow. So anyhow, enough of that. So I hope I didn't depress y'all too much. Yep. We're coming into a good holiday season, birth of Christ, but I mean, you've got other people out there saying it's a pagan holiday and such and so forth and this and that. Maybe it is. But the fact of it is this. A lot of people do go to church, mass, whatever, to thank God for the birth of Jesus. So if it's so pagan, at least it brings it to the forefront of why. It's not commercialized. It's not about, getting this, getting that. Little Susie wants this, little Johnny wants that. It's not so much about that. It's nice to see a little kid smiling and happy. But they don't know any better. It's us older folks that know better. And if you get nothing at all for Christmas, that's fine. That's always fine by me. I don't expect anything. If I want it, I'll go get it. But plus you get older. What do you buy older people like myself? I mean, really, what do you buy us? Save your money. But spend it on the little kids if you're gonna buy them something. You know, but that's me. I mean, it may not be you. You might like to get things. I don't care for myself personally. Oh yeah, I got this old hat here. It's 40 years old at least, maybe older. Do I have newer ones? Oh yeah, I've got newer ones sitting in the house there. I always take care of them, put them back in the box. Yeah, this is just old work hat. My buddy right here, he thinks he's gonna get petted, and he's right. He's gonna. So, yep, he's the one that put the hole in my hat right here. Where is that hole at? It's here somewhere. You're the one, weren't you? Yep, somewhere here. You can see right here, right there. There's a hole. Hat blew off. He went and chased it, brought it back to me. Didn't ya, boy? Yeah, you're a good dog. Yep. So, if you're wondering what he is, he's a border collie. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let everybody see you. Here, see, look. Yeah, let everybody see you. Yeah, you're a good boy. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Good boy. Yeah, I know. I'll wrap it up. Well, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to take him and let him run around outside for a little bit. So y'all take care. Care for one another. Pray for one another. Pray for your leaders, the world. That's what God wants. God wants to hear you. I've already discussed this. We'll let it drop. Y'all take care.